বন্ধ করতে হবে, এটা শুধু শুধু ফালতু এটার মধ্যে একটা রোজ দিনের একটা ফালতু জিনিস নিয়ে সময় নষ্ট। If you do read at home very well, when you read at home very well 2-3 times, then you can do it very well here. Then we can follow that. So it is 2, 4, 7, 8. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. Yeah. Okay. So actually we're on page 167, bottom of that. What we did, can you say, anyone can, also can say anything? What happens? Or anybody? What we read last time? Okay, forget that. It said that, last time said that realize God here and now.
Yes, that I remember.
And even if you think that after in going to heaven you will realize God, that is not very good idea. Because in the heaven if you go, you cannot have this tangible, vibrant expression of experience as you are having here. And they gave the example, it is like seeing your own face before a Belgium mirror. So you see the face how tangibly and clearly. Now you go to heaven and you can see your own self there also. Difficult though, but it will be like your 2-3 examples they are given. If you go like you are in your plane of the forefathers, is a higher plane than this material plane, then you will see as if you are seeing some dream objects. So it is dream object and this object, there is difference. This is more tangible, that is less. So he's talking about the intensity of your experience. Intensity of your joy, bliss will be highest if you realize God here and now. The joy you will feel, that will be the highest degree when your body, mind and everything is in connected here. When you lose your physical body after death and you go to the Father's plane, there will be joy, as you find joy in your dream. So there will be joy, but that intensity will be much less. And then he said that if you go to the plane of the musicians and artists, then that plane you will see, like example they gave, like in the water you see your own reflection. Can you make a distinction? You seeing your face in a mirror versus you see your reflection in the water. Which is more tangible? More clear. So that is the parallel example they have given, just to create an idea that don't wait for heaven. If you have to realize God, do it here and now. And that is more positive, as also it is very clear, distinct, without any confusion. So now that verse was the other verse. Now we have read the verse number 6, where you read the sense organs have a separate origin in that they are products of the elements. He's saying that senses, all these senses are made of what? Eyes, ear, hand, feet, all are made of what? Elements, no? 5 elements. If a baby eats the material food, which is grown in the earth, takes the air, breathing, food, takes the calorie, heat, like that, air, water and space, taking help of the 5 elements, everyone, we are all growing uh, expanding. So it is the sense organs, these sense organs have a separate origin as it were, because they are born out of the five elements. They are active when an individual is awake. So the eyes are here, they will be active when you are awake. If you go to sleep, these eyes don't function. Your mental eye function, that's a different thing, not this eye. This ear don't function. Someone can say something you don't hear because you are in your dream state. So they are active when an individual is awake. They are idle when one is asleep. Suppose you are deep sleep. Someone comes and praises you to the high heaven. So do you find any joy? You do not know. Or someone comes and scolds you to the extreme, scolding right and left, abusing you in vulgar word, but you don't have any sense. What he is saying is not here. So it says that they are active, these senses are active not by themselves. They need some other agency of consciousness to activate them. These eyes are activated because there is the energy, body energy. And behind that the mind, behind that the intellect, behind that the ego, behind the Atman. Because of that Atman percolating through all these levels, therefore the sense organs are functional. You forgot that image, of course. You will forget and you will keep the paper somewhere else. Like me, don't find when it is needed. But it is like this. So it says that this inner self is the light. And it percolates through the sheath, ego. And then another is the intellect. Another is the mind. Another is the energy body. Another is the physical body. So this physical body is functioning because of the power behind. This bulb is functioning. It's glowing. Oh, wonderful light. But it is no wonderful. Who is making this wonderful? The light behind. So whatever we are talking about, they are activated by the power of the divine which is within. That is the Atman. So it says that the organs are all inanimate because they are derived from the five senses. And they are active when an individual is awake. They are idle or inactive when one is sleeping. A truly wise person knows that the self, that self which is inside, is independent of the organs. Whether eyes are there or not, that light is all the time there. Huh? Understand this point? The light is here. Its existence depends on the existence of the electricity behind. If the electricity is gone, bulb will remain, but it will never glow. Eyes will remain, it will not see. A dead body. Eyes are there, it does not see. Ears are there, it does not hear. But now he is talking, the same guy now talking. How? Because there is the supply of conscious energy from behind. So that self is separate from these sense organs. So you have to understand that, analyze every day. We identify too much with the senses and the sense objects. But these are all dependent on the consciousness behind. The world is here. How long? So long I am conscious of the outside world, isn't it? Suppose doctors put me to big anesthesia for 7-8 hours, and there may be a bombardment and all earthquake and this and that. Shall I know anything? No. I will not hear anything, I will not see anything. Does it mean what? My ears are gone anywhere? My eyes are gone anywhere? They are all there. But they are not effective. To be effective, you need that consciousness. And that means mind to be awake. Who will keep the mind awake? Behind that energy, behind that energy, behind that energy. So it is just saying that your self is separate. Your senses are made of 5 elements. It is a composite structure and it is the independent structure. It does not depend on anything. The ocean does not depend on the waves, but the waves depend on the ocean. Any question? Go on.
So what happens to consciousness when the doctor puts you in a sleep?
What happens to the persons?
Consciousness. What happens?
That I am saying that consciousness is the only reality.
So where it goes?
It does not go. Switch off. Switch off does mean what?
So it's connected to body.
Now, the switch off means what you know? The current is all the time there. There is only a split separation. When you separate yourself with the cosmic energy, then you are physically dead. But the energy is there. When the switch is off, you don't see the light. And you press it and light comes. Where did it come from? The light is all the time there. So this is an example. But in reality, consciousness is there. When the mind is there, it perceives. When the mind is not there, it cannot perceive. Mind is a tool through which our perception works. Is it okay or not? Huh?
The mind reflects consciousness, right?
Through the mind, consciousness
Mind reflects
reflects
the consciousness. But
everything. Consciousness reflects everything.
no.
Because of the presence of consciousness, your mind is active, your intellect is active, your ego is active, your senses are active. If that consciousness goes, then they become dysfunctional. Like you put, as I give the common example, you put all in a pot, rice, dal, potatoes, beans, and water, and you keep it there. Forever it will be like that. But you put the oven on, what happens? They start jumping. You say, children will say, oh, the potato is jumping. So like we fools say, my hand is working, my eyes are seeing. But you do not know. You take out the heat, all will stop. No jumping, no bubbling. Everything will be almost dead, as it were. So this is the point to understand that everything is matter and consciousness is independent of matter. So this is the verse told us. Now, Indriyebho, go to the verse number, today's reading, 7 verse. I read little bit, you read, follow that. Indriyebhya parang mano, Indriyebhya parang mano, manashaha sattamuttamam, manashaha, follow my tone, manashaha sattamuttamam, manashaha sattamuttamam, sattad udhi, sattvad udhi, mahan atma, mahato abhyaktam uttamam, mahato abhyaktam uttamam. Again, indriyebhyah parang mano, manashaha sattamuttamam, sattvad udhi, mahanatma, mahato abhyaktam uttamam. So what does it say? Very simple. Indriyabhu parang mano. The senses, indriya means the senses, eyes, ear, they cannot function without the help of mind. Mind is their boss. Do you understand this or not?
Yeah.
You cannot see if your mind is not there. You will look like that, but you won't see. You are eating something. If I say, hey, what did you eat? You cannot say if your mind is not there. Is it not? You cannot hear. I am saying something, but you are thinking something else. Mind is engaged, like our telephone connection. Hello, it is engaged in some other place. That's why you are not getting this line. I am calling, but this calling line is not going to reach you. So all the sense organs are there, but none of them can find without the support of mind. Understand? That's the first meaning of the first part. The mind is superior to the sense organs. That's why mind is the boss of all the 5 sense organs. And then manasa sattam uttamam. Satta means buddhi, intellect. Mind is functioning, but mind is in dilemma. Mind is a lower officer in the office. You know, sense organs are like, you can say, those who carry files from this desk to that desk, like that. Nowadays they don't carry. Previously there used to some bearers who would carry the file from this table to that table to that table. No? Now computer, you click and it goes. So, those are the people who are carrying, they are the sense organs. But who is the boss? It's got the head assistant, head clerk is the boss of all the senses. But he cannot decide. He has a boss. And that boss, this mind, mind's nature is always what? What is the nature of mind?
Cannot determine.
Yeah. Mind cannot determine. Mind will vacillate. Shall I go? I don't go. Shall I come to the class today? No. Or I shall, yes. The yes, who says?
Buddhi.
That is called the buddhi. So, buddhi is a higher boss. Buddhi determines the mind, whether vacillating, go or not go, eat or don't eat, sleep or not sleep, or whatever determination is done by the buddhi, intellect. We call intellect. That's we call head. Mind is oscillating, emotion. Go, don't go, yes, this. Cannot determine anything. So, buddhi is higher boss. Got it? Senses are the primary thing which connect with the world. Their boss is mind. Mind's boss is intellect, buddhi. And what is the boss of intellect? This next line. Shattad udhi mahan atma. And to the intellect is the great self. There is ego, no? Your ego, my ego. They call it Hiranyagarbha. Don't get confused with the terminology. Just to understand. Your buddhi sends the message to whom? The boss. The great boss who is sitting behind I. All information comes to I. Then I determine I will go, I will not go. I will do, I will not do. So, Mahan Atma.
What's behind the intellect?
Ego. Ego. And then beyond that, superior to the great self is the unmanifest. You don't get the terminology. I will explain that later on. There is Hiranyagarbha, those that. Don't get confused there. Just understand the first point.
Okay.
Yeah. And then superior to that is the Mahan Atma, the great Atma. That means unmanifest. So, and beyond that will be Atman. So, remember that chart, round circle. Round circle, outside will be the world of the senses and sensate experiences, the organs, and their boss will be the mind, mind's boss will be the intellect, intellect boss will be the ego. Ego, beyond the ego, there is a range which is unmanifest. That's why when you go to deep sleep, it remains, you remain in the state of unmanifest. You are there but not there. You are not manifested this way, you are not connected with Brahman. If you are connected with Brahman, you are a Brahma Jnani. Then you will enjoy the bliss, you are in Samadhi. And you are neither in Samadhi and neither active in this world. So that's why you call unmanifest. And beyond that unmanifest is our eternal self, which is birthless, deathless, which is Brahman, which is Atman we call. Next verse says, Avyaktattu paro purusha. Beyond that unmanifest is that supreme purusha, supreme consciousness, which is vyapako, which is all pervaded, all ingo, there is no definition, there is no limitation of that. Yang yatva, knowing which, muchyate jantur, that individual being, we. If you know that truth, then you attain liberation. And tattang chagaccha, then you enter into your eternal self. Very simple. Formula is very simple.
But it's very, very difficult, Maharaj.
Very difficult, we do not practice it. Tell me, we have read last time. No, we have read last time. Tell me, who have spent 5 minutes time to think this body is external?
I did, Maharaj.
And the body is mind is internal. The senses are outside. Behind the senses is the mind. And mind is behind that is the intellect. And in intellect beyond is the ego. And there is a range of unmanifest. And beyond that is my eternal self. It is to be seriously thought again and again and again and again, because it is subtle matter. And we are so engrossed in the gross world. I know this is more valuable than Brahman. Brahman is the word. We are saying Brahman is peace. That is all we are hearing. I don't know anything of that. That's why our mind does not go that direction. So we have to create a mood into it, that always to see who is seeing. Question yourself every moment. Who is seeing? Whose light shining through the eyes? That's why always the practice. Then it will be very easy. The 5 circle. Spirituality is not anything but the 5 circle. If you know the 5 circle and go back, then you are reaching the self. Even what is coming through your eyes, that light is percolating. So everywhere is God. But we do not understand. That's why Scripture is suggesting, this is higher, then this is higher, then this is higher, lower, because your mind is there. So long your mind is acting, we say higher, lower, good, bad, is it not?
Yeah.
When the mind is not there, you don't know it is good or bad. You don't say bad or good. Light or darkness, all are said because we live in the realm of the mind. And understanding big, that is the intellect, function of the brain or intellect. To say, yes, this is this, yes, not, this is not this. And behind that is your ego functioning. I say, I saw it. That I is necessary. Or for every experience. I ate, I saw, I slept, I dreamt, I was awake yesterday. All I. So I is the innermost level. And beyond that I, there is a range of unmanifest, that infinite, not manifested this side, not manifested that side, a zone, no man's land. No man's land is to be penetrated by some meditation. Go there, that's why we do meditate means what? Every day what you do. See, you are doing this formula. Actually, your guru has told you to follow this formula. Say, hey, close your eyes. Why? Hey, not the senses. Huh? Now you do what? You go inside. What do? Your mind going here, going there. Hey, don't go, come here. Your intellect is saying, hey, don't go that side, come here. And then come here. And if it settles, then your buddhi determines, this is the thing to be meditated now. And then you go on meditating and your mind gets absorbed, intellect gets absorbed, and your ego also comes closer, and then you find experiencing joy. Not before that. That's why every day meditate, we don't get joy. The day when mind gets absorbed, that day you can get joy. So you are going and getting absorbed into ego, and behind the ego is the light and joy and bliss. That we call our chosen ideal. We call Ramakrishna, we call Buddha, we call Christ, we call Satchidananda, we call consciousness, whatever name you want to give. So we are doing every day this practice, spiritual practice, not knowing. That's why called the Upanishadic truth. The sages are very kind. The spiritual teachers, our spiritual teachers are very kind. They have given the essence of this scripture of Vedanta put into your day-to-day practice. That's why if you can every day penetrate and dive deep and deep and deep and deep, you are trying to go from this formula. Remember this verse. What are these? Indriyebhyo, the senses. Beyond the senses you stop. Who is controlling? The mind. Now mind is vacillating, going here and there. Put the mind into your isto. Say Krishna, Rama, Christ, Buddha. Put it, Buddhi. Hey, hold it here. No, mind answer. Hey, come back. Sit here. So you are trying to go above mind to your determination, formed conviction. This is my goal. And then go there, dive deep. You find that there is a light coming out in your heart. And experience of joy is coming out. So go deep, then forget everything. What will remain? You and your God, beloved Lord. And dive deep there also. You will pass through a range of unmanifest. This cannot be expressed. And penetrate that level. Then you go to a place. It is called Samadhi. Finish. This is whole spiritual life. So what our gurus have given, they have given this instruction only to follow every day. Then you follow the Upanishad. So match it with your experience every day. This is the Upanishad. What you are practicing, our gurus have given the same thing, not describing in a language, in a different language. Are you clear on this point? Or any discussion? Yes.
I'm a little confused about the ego.
Ego means I. I am enjoying. I am experiencing. I see my divine self. I see my beloved Lord. I see I. And then I will also dissolve. Then who will say what? That's why I call the Samadhi state. He cannot say anything, because all the range of duality stops at the point of I, and penetrating that I when you go. Who is to say I? I everywhere.
So I is the ego?
This is this. When you journey, this is the ego.
Okay.
But when you reach there, it is the pure ego. Pure ego is God's ego.
Oh, okay.
Our ego transforms into God's ego. And when God's ego also dissolves, so there is no creator, there is no creation, it is all one.
Swami, that's called Hiranyagarbha, right?
I don't bring this technical term, Baba. You will be confused. Rather remember what I have said. If you start the word Hiranyagarbha, then you will again be in big trouble. What is Hiranyagarbha, this, that. But yes, you can say it is Hiranyagarbha. But how? How? I give you another chart. In individual level, এখানে আছে না? It's not here. Yeah, I've given at the same bottom of the same page. Bottom of the circle page, I've given you the whole Vedanta book. You don't have to read anything, only this chart is enough. But it is not selling well. I want to promote it, but it is not selling, and one is buying it. You see, bottom one. Go to the bottom, and what does it say? You see, deep sleep. When you go to deep sleep, you remain in your ego body. Almost everything is gone unmanifest. Now come down one step, you say you are in the dream body. Come down another state, you are here now. And this technically, as it is happening for you and me, suppose with the whole universe, it is happening. 3 states: waking state, dream state, sleep state. And beyond that is the Brahman, Atman. So what it says, in the cosmic level, this is named. This, now we are in this state individually, we are called waking state. Jagrat. See in the chart if you have still with you or it has been available. If it will be helping you. So this is called the waking state. And that is this state. In the cosmic level, it is called the Sanskrit term Virata. And now you are dreaming. The whole cosmic universe, when it dreams, it is called Hiranyagarbha. When you are in dream state, there is a light you see in the dream. Through that you see the road, driver, people, food, everything in the dream world. No one puts a flashlight on your eyes to see the dream world. Who does that? Where you get the light? In dark room you are sleeping. But you are seeing the sun, moon, walking in the street, daylight, everything. Where the daylight comes? Which light shines there?
Consciousness.
Light of consciousness coming through the layers of this ego, etc., ego, intellect, etc. And then you go one step up, another step, that is called the Ishvara. Anyhow, that's why don't get into technical term. Baba, understand the thing, that's good. What will you do with talking about Hiranyagarbha and making your brain wound up? And not understanding that. Understand what I say? Don't get stuck into the technical terminology. Rather be simple, very simple. I have 3 conditions. Now I am awake, now I dream, now I sleep. And again I wake up, again I dream, again I sleep. Our 365 days goes on like that. Our whole life goes on. Eat, dream, sleep, wake. Wake, dream, sleep. Is it not? What is our life till today? Tell me. When you are born in mother's womb and till today, what is our life? Dream, waking, sleeping. Sleeping, waking, dream. Dream, waking. It is a cycle going on. It's a marathon race going on eternally, never stopping. And we are trapped into this cycle of painful journey. Now you know that you are beyond these 3 states that the scripture suggests. You know this is higher than this is higher than this is higher than this, and Atman is the highest. Understand that? Then your journey ends, then your all suffering ends, then your all expectation, failures, frustrations, achievements actually reaches its climax, that you know who you are. Okay? Shall we go forward or what? No more question? Wow, very good. If you have understood this, intellectually at least, you have done a great job. It is going to have samadhi for $5,000. It is much better than this. Yes.
I was just a little confused about the terminology because I've heard people when they say Prakriti, Maya. Is that the line here is the unmanifest is also known as Prakriti
Prakriti or Maya?
or Maya, and I don't really
You need not have to understand, only understand up to ego. And beyond that, there is a range till you reach your own self. That is called unmanifest. And that is called the Maya. That is called the Prakriti. Forget. Remember that, that's only one. And technical language, you have to be much more complicated. I want to make it simple. But if you have time, Then we can spend hours on that and get more confused. That's why someone came to Swami Shivananda. Swami Shivananda Maharaj used to say, what is going on, someone? So, and he came and he asked about God, Brahman, Atman. He's a scholarly man. And he came to Swami Shivananda, who is Ramakrishna's disciple. They live in direct consciousness with God. It is not a talk, it is not a theory for them. He said that, can you tell me what is God, Hiranyagarbha, like all these problems? That Swami said, do you want to hear in one word? Then come to me. And I will tell you, God is the only reality. Finish, go. My teaching is over. And if you want to hear it in many scholarly language, hey, go to that Swami. He is a great scholar of Vedas, Vedangas. Go and learn from him. So which you want? That is the point. These are technical things. It is for those who have real interest in intellectual level of understanding. It is beneficial for them. But you have to know them. You have to know the philosophy first. We cannot just jump into this conclusion what they are talking. Before the study of this Upanishad, you have to learn grammar, you have to learn Sanskrit, you have to learn they call it Shiksha, Kalpo, Nirukta. All these different branches of learning is there. Then it makes you ready. You need not have to ask me what is Prakriti. Don't ask that. For this study, you know everything, all those. You have finished. That is the ABCDs of the school. Now you are a PhD student. So it is better in this modern age we want to think in this line. We have very little time in our hand. So how we can utilize this little time and get a taste of that joy. So make it simplified. Okay, so these two verses are very important. So let me read it again. The sense organs have a separate origin, these sense organs. And what is the origin? In that they are products of the elements. The five material elements: water, air, fire, space, and air. Water, air, fire, space, and what is the left one? Shiti, Op, Tej, Marut, Bom. These are the five fundamental elements which constitute your flesh, bone, eyes, ears, everything. They are active, they are all active when an individual is awake. You can look at the page 166.6. Point 6. They are idle when he is asleep. A truly wise person knows that the self, which is the capital self, is independent of the sense organs. And he is therefore no longer susceptible to sorrow. As I am not that, what it matters if anything happens to my eyes? I am not the eye. Vedanta teaches, is it not? I am not the body. Something happened to the body. That's why people get confused. I am a spiritual person. I am a good person. Why my body has so much aches and pains? Body is body. Body made of five elements. You are not the body. You are staying in the body. So you say, I am separate from the body. Hammer this point. Then you get separation. So this is the point. Therefore, we are succumbing. We are going through the suffering and sorrows because we identify that I am the body. Vedanta student will say, I am the consciousness. I am not the body. I live in this body. I am in this house, in this temple. But I am not the temple. I only take advantage of this temple for meditation, for classes, for listening things, and getting some spiritual benefit. So this body is some like a home, a house. It helps me to pray, to meditate, to think, to go to a holy place. That's why I'm taking advantage of this. But I am not the body. You are not the car. It is your car. This is the car. It is your car. So this is the very fundamental point in spirituality is that I am not the senses. I am not the body. So that is the first verse. Now, the second verse, 7. It says that the mind is superior to the sense organs. Page 168, 7 verse. We have read that. The mind is superior to the sense organ. The intellect is superior to the mind. Superior to the intellect is the great self, Hiranyagarbha. Superior to the great self is the unmanifest, who means Abhyakt. Now, go to the 8th verse. Abhyaktyaat tu parah purusho. Abhyaktyaat tu parah purusho. Vyapako. Vyapako. Alingayevacha. Alingayevacha. Yangyatva. Yangyatva. Muchyate jantu. Muchyate jantur. Amritatvang chagachati. Amritatvang chagachati. So, the Purusha, the cosmic self or Brahman, is all pervasive and formless. So, there is no way of knowing it. Did you get it? Where I am reading?
169.
Did you get that point where I am reading?
Over here, the Purusha is offered these.
At the bottom of page 169. Yeah? So what does it say? The Purusha, the cosmic self, is all pervasive. Now we say, beyond the ego is the unmanifest, and beyond that is the self. What is that self? That is called the Purusha. And that is all pervasive. It is not only here. That is behind you, behind the space, in between. It is permeating everywhere. That's called Brahman. So, the Purusha, the cosmic self, or Brahman, is all pervasive. And it is formless. So, there is no way of knowing it. We cannot know it. If it is everywhere, how will you know? You can know only limited things. I can see limited objects. I can understand with my brain limited things. Unlimited thing we call infinity. Infinity is a term, we don't understand anything. So, if anyone knows it, he is liberated from the cycle of birth and death. Here, knows means not knowing through the senses. We call knowing. What is the definition of knowing? I know you means what? I know you through my eyes, with the help of my mind, with the help of my intellect, with the help of my ego, and of course with the help of that consciousness. Now all are functioning now. But if the eyes are not there, how can I see you? I cannot see you. So it is, if anyone knows it means experiences it. It becomes one with that. If anyone can become, his small ego can merge into the cosmic ego, then that person is called, attains immortality. Because that ego is lost into the infinite. As I always give, the little drop of water merging into the ocean. You ask, hey drop, what is your name now? What the drop will say? No more drop. Why are you calling me drop? I was drop when I was separate. But when I am merged into the ocean, why are you calling me drop? I am the ocean. No? So this little identity of ours, which is now prevalent, and because of which we feel so much sufferings and joys and all these things, all vanish. And what happens? You become that. That's why he says, attains immortality, even when he is alive. Even he gets to that and comes back into consciousness like a liberated soul. But they identify with the divine. We identify with the body, mind, emotion, and they identify with that infinite, birthless, deathless, eternal truth. So the Purusha is all pervasive, even space derives itself from it. And as it is formless, there is no way of knowing. It is beyond thought and speech, beyond the senses. The unmanifest is Brahman associated with Maya, but without manifestation. When manifestation takes place, then it is the Hiranyagarbha. So it is a good explanation. You can read this to understand Hiranyagarbha. Page 170, first paragraph. Mark it. Don't ask me, read this Hiranyagarbha definition. Very simply, the Hiranyagarbha definition is given. The Purusha, consciousness, is all pervasive. No? And even the space derives itself from that infinite. And as it is formless, there is no way of knowing it. You cannot know which is limited, unlimited. So it is beyond thought and speech, beyond senses. Now, the unmanifest, unmanifest is capital U. Look at that. Capital U. Capital U means infinite, which cannot be expressed. That unmanifest, that is the Brahman. But that unmanifest means not Brahman. Brahman associated with a trace of Maya. Just the world is starting to be created. It is like entering into a movie hall and you are seeing that you are seeing each other, light, everything is there. Suddenly you find the switch is off and a beam of light falling on the white screen and your attention is going in that day. Just remember that point, that is the state. The cinema has not been manifested, movie has not come out yet, and all your awareness of yourself and everything is not gone totally. It is a point of light and shade. That is the junction point. Could you get it? Go to movie. What do? When you get a packet of popcorn in your hand and you enter and you get your seat. And what do you see? You are awake. You know your friend, you are talking to it, and some music is going on, but you are not that much concerned about that. Now internal movie will start. God movie will start. What will happen? Just switch off. And the light, it becomes dark. Just that twilight point. Awareness from this world, switching to the other world. And then you feel gradually that you are forgetting what was going on here in this five-sensed universe. And your attention is going. But not the movie has not come yet. Just a flash of light to the beam of light is coming. No? That is the twilight point. That is the unmanifest. And now you get into it, then you get absorbed in the movie, the internal movie of joy. If you can remember, then unmanifest can be understood a little bit. These are all rough examples. These have no meaning. When you have experience, you will feel that these are all worthless talks. But what can we do? You are asking questions, so I have to say something. I am trying to understand that and calling all the examples what we know about in our surrounding situation of life. Is it not? So from the gross to the fine, go 170 page. But Hiranyagarbha I have defined here. The unmanifest is Brahman associated with Maya. It is not Brahman alone. Maya is still working. Brahman, the light added with mist, creating an expression of duality here. From undefined one, manifesting many. So, how one become many, if you ask, this is because of this Maya, in the twilight point, starting point, that is the starting point. And then goes further. From the gross to the fine, that is how we progress. At first, the gross body and its organs appear to be the reality, but the mind is finer than the body and its organs, as we find that the mind controls the body and the organs. Finer than the mind is the intellect. It controls the mind. Still finer is the individual self, which controls the intellect. Then finer than the individual self is the Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic intellect, the first manifestation of the self or Brahman. And still finer is the unmanifest Abhyakta, which is called Maya or Prakriti. The finest is the Purusha, the cosmic self, the Paramatman, the Parabrahman, the Absolute. So I would suggest that please mark this page 170 for you, read it again and again, then you will clarify what this verse has said. The goal of life is to know one's identity with this supreme Brahman, Parabrahman. When a person knows this, he is free from even in this life, free while being in this life. So we can end here because we don't want to go to the next verse, 9. But very good verse, very nice verse, which tells that this supreme reality is not a subject of your seeing. You cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot taste, touch. It is infinite. How will you fathom that? So, na chaksusa pashyanti kaschanainam. No, you cannot see it by the eyes. Hrida, but you can do it. Hrida manasha is one of the beautiful parts. Hrida manisha. Manisha means those people who are meditators, who are of the reflective nature. The manasha viklipta, by their pure mind, when it manifests and reveals, jayetadvid, and then truth reveals. And that person who knows this, amrita bhavanti, they become only immortal in life. No? Their life is meaningful, they become immortal. Where to come? Okay, so we can end here. But if you have one small question, then 5 minutes, then we can go. Please read it again and try to grasp it. It will be very interesting. And then you know much of the Vedanta. Vedanta in nutshell. Vedanta in very nutshell. No sandrishatishtati. This 9th verse is a very important verse. It is for everyday practice. You can Hrida Manasha, Hrida Manisha. Those who are people, a meditator, who focuses their mind in the divine, that type of people for rigorous practice, they experience this light within, in the heart. And attaining that, no more birth, no more death. That's the highest goal achieved. And that was the question what Nachiketa, the boy, asked from the teacher, the death, god of death, asking, what is that truth? Huh? No question. So we can end it or what? Done. So we know now. We know what is Hiranyagarbha. Now you know. Brahman plus Maya is called Hiranyagarbha. No, this book says. An unmanifest, a undefinable area. Even I understand that I is definable. We at least get a glimpse of that. But beyond that, and that absolute, there is a undefinable zone where neither this is unmanifest means it is potential to manifest. There is potential something. In a small, tiny seed, there is a potential of manifesting this banyan tree, which is here, which is so good, but its root is going below the temple and destroying the temple. It's so powerful. So though it is small, unmanifest, but manifested like a big tree. If you see the seed of there are many round seeds you can find. Break one, you can find with thousands and thousands of micro seeds. One of that will build up this one. So unmanifest is that state. You don't pay any value to it, but it has the potential to manifest this whole gross universe, subtle universe, gross universe. Yes.
Yeah, Swami, it says in verse 9, the Atman is revealed by the intuition of the intellect, and that would mean to me that somehow the Atman bypassing the ahamkara, the ego, and then there's some sort of direct perception or apperception of the Atman.
That you have to understand that.
That's what I wanted to understand. That's why I asked.
You have to understand that is saying the intellect means here. Intellect means your ego, your mind also.
Oh.
Because they are all one package. I always say that when you say intellect, you mean mind. Because mind, intellect, ego and memory, mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, these are the four names of the same mind. Same mind, when it functions as vacillating mood, you call mind. When it determines, you call buddhi. When it says center of possessiveness, I, that is the another name of the same mind. And also chitta is the memory, which is also
all aspects are
the same. So you clean one, your intellect is clean means your mind is clean, your ego is clean. So all levels will be automatically. If it is one in all the planes, so if you clean one, means you clean everything. That means it goes simultaneously. By saying so, what they mean is that your mind is pure. Your ego is pure ego, not the rough ego like ordinary people. So
it's highly sattvic.
Sattvic. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejashvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvi Shavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ram Krishna Panam Astu. So two announcements. Tomorrow will be gospel class, 7:30. But day after tomorrow is more important. Because there is one Swami is coming, his name is, he's a smiling Swami. Anubhavananda. He does not belong to the Ramakrishna tradition, but he is a Swami, good Swami, belonging to this Chinmayananda Swami's tradition probably.
That's Thursday?
Thursday at 7:30. Please come and bring your friends. He's a very, very interesting Swami. He makes spirituality so lively and joyful. So he comes every year, he's a global trotter, giving lecture here and there. And he comes, and one day we invite him to come over here. So he will be here day after tomorrow. So don't come tomorrow, but come day after tomorrow.
How about both days?
Oh, that's good, but I don't demand that much. That will be good. Okay, thank you all.
and